If COVID-19 wasn't dominating the news right now, what would be some of the biggest stories be right now?
The US government wanting to ban end-to-end encryption. The nearly 2-year-long Ebola outbreak in the DRC has ended. The last patient to be treated has survived. The 2020 presidential election. Never thought I'd be thankful for a pandemic. The former king of Spain and his Swiss accounts. I would hope the locusts plaguing East Africa, the Middle East, and the Indian subcontinent. It's describing some swarms as being the size of New York, and they are eating their harvest, threatening widespread famine. I think without coronavirus, we would mobilize to try to control this population, the way we did for Zika-carrying mosquitoes in the Americas.
Subscribe to Karma Farm.
Probably the oil price war. Actually, Saudi Arabia is trying to force the Russians into cutting production, since they won't play ball with OPEC+, and US shale might pay the price, as we need high costs for this entire industry to function. That Putin changed his country's constitution, so he can be president until 2036. ISIS bombs Sikh place of worship in Afghanistan. Nth room case in Korea. Telegram porno sexual slavery ring, with 74 victims including underage girls. The Telegram groups has estimated at least 10 to 30,000 subscribers. The Nth room perpetrators are accused of luring victims, including minors, into sending sexually explicit photos and videos. In some cases, this escalated to using blackmail to force victims into increasingly violent acts including sexual assault. Absolutely disgusting. I'm surprised that this news didn't get bigger internationally. I'd like to say the Earn It Act, but shit like this doesn't tend to make the news. CRISPR was just successfully injected into a live patient to treat genetically caused blindness. Egypt and Ethiopia are close to going to war due to Ethiopia building a dam on the Nile River. Ethiopia is diverting some water and limiting water flow to Egypt. The Ethiopian government is refusing to honor previous agreements made that detail the rate at which they will fill the lake behind their dam, and they refuse to negotiate any further with the Egyptians. The government is trying to basically ban encryption and start imprisoning website owners if their users say the wrong things. The Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell case is still alive and well. The insider trading scandal in Congress. The ozone layer is getting better. Yes, the Hong Kong protests are still ongoing. Bill Gates leaving Microsoft. The earthquake in Zagreb. I know this is COVID-19 related, but the pubs are shut here in Ireland. The pubs are shut in Ireland. You know when Wile E. Coyote runs off a cliff and is hanging in midair with feet still spinning desperately? That's what this feels like. I know what you feel like, mate. Here in Bavaria, the place with the Oktoberfest, the beer gardens are closed. It's horrible. Scientists found the first ever living animal, a parasite that doesn't need oxygen to survive. This was in February. One of the main routes into downtown Seattle, the West Seattle Bridge, was closed yesterday because cracks in support beams made it structurally unsound. It will take several months to fix and will not reopen until it's done. This would normally destroy the entire Seattle commute, but it happened right now, so it's barely even a blip on the local news. Brexit. I almost miss it. Astronomer here. We might have a bright naked eye comet next month in the northern hemisphere, our first since 1997. Comet C 2019 Atlas Y4 is brightening really quickly, and by May might be one of the brightest things in the night sky. I mean, comets are notoriously tricky to predict in brightness, as it might just break apart as it gets closer to the sun. But it's really exciting to think about, albeit no one has heard about it because of the pandemic. Though granted, doesn't a pandemic need a bright comet? Tom Brady has quit the New England Patriots and signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. China trying to extend its reach further into the South China Sea. The fact scientists discovered a new dinosaur that was the size of a hummingbird, and they also found a new planet behind Pluto in our solar system. The natives in Canada are still mad about the pipeline, but no one cares anymore. In Scotland, former First Minister being cleared of rape charges. My daughter lost her Peppa Pig doll. It's a pretty localized emergency, but apparently, it takes precedence over everything else. I'm locked in the bathroom now, self-isolating, hoping this will all be over soon. That all the millions of dollars we raised for the people affected by the bushfires in Australia has maybe vanished. I've spoken to a few people whose houses burnt down and they haven't seen a cent. Where did the money raised go, I wonder? Pornhub Premium is currently free for everyone. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to Karma Farm to get more videos just like this.